The technician received a text message as well as an email notifying him he has been assigned a new work order. The serviceman will locate his schedule to see his service list. Once we locate the ticket, we'll click into it and be able to see the detail without actually starting at this point. As you can see, we have the property address. We know we're going to perform the work within the library section. If you need to contact anyone, it would be John Steven, and here's his phone number. And that is what the property looks like. Click on the Notes button to see the original dispatch notes. The area above the library over the main bookcase is leaking. Click Close. Always be sure to check additional notes, as these are the service tab notes permanently stored within the property. Hours of operation, checkout procedures, etc. Click Close. Since we're all set, we're going to start travel when we are en route. You will notice the status has changed to en route and a notification has been sent to the customer, letting them know that you are on the way. As we show up the job, we click the ticket, and at this point we will see our timestamp appear for travel when we punched in, and are now in a position to punch in for labor. Verifying that this is in fact the property we're supposed to be servicing. Select Next. Verify the front of the building, and if there is none, we would upload one. Be sure to hold your device in landscape mode for every picture that you take. Select Next when you're done. Since we know the work is to be performed within the library section, it's important we click into the right section. If there is no section, we need to create one, just like we did within FCS Inspect. Here is where we need to identify the problems that we were sent out here for. By clicking Add New Deficiency, we need to investigate the leak area. And we know it's above the library area, so as we find where that leak is, we can zoom in and be able to plot accurately where this is located. Once you've plotted the location of the problem, we select Next. To describe this issue, we need to click on the category first and select the appropriate option. By selecting a category, it'll filter down our list so we can choose the appropriate type. This is an emergency repair because water is entering the roof system. Everything else will be considered remedial. Put in a quantity and then choose the unit. Select Next, and it will bring us to the problem, photo, and description. Now at this point we can take up to 4 photos of the problem, which is the before. We can also customize or tweak the description to better suit this deficiency. Click the camera icon to load in your problem photo. Taking our device and rotating it in landscape mode, taking the picture will ensure that it comes into the system square and proportional. Once our picture is loaded into the system, we have the opportunity to either retake it, delete it, or add up to 3 more images. Since we're happy with this picture, we're going to hit Next, and at this point we'll set our device down and fix the problem. If there are more problems to record, we can go ahead and add in the next deficiency and do our before photos for those as well. Now that we've made the repair, we're going to click to add the correction photo. At this point, we will see the corrective action at what it is we did to fix the issue. Clicking the camera icon will load in our after photo. Once our correction photo is loaded and we're happy with the description, we can hit Next, and the system will now allow us to progress forward, check out with our client, and close this dispatch. This is the dispatch approval screen where you can require approval for your technician if you'd like to check the work before they leave site, and more importantly, before they check out with the site contact. These are where the tech notes will arrive from. So as a technician, you can enter in notes, for example, I performed a temporary repair and need to quote the permanent repair. Anything else they'd like to communicate back to the office. If the serviceman does require approval, you can also approve the labor and materials when they submit the request. When you hit send request, meanwhile, back in the system, you will note there is a system alert which indicates there is a service dispatch approval in process. If we click the icon, it will bring us directly to the dispatch that is pending approval. Now we can also be set up to receive a text alert and an email alert. As a service manager, we will click view and note the repairs at the bottom of this dispatch. Saw the repair location, and if we scroll down to the bottom of this dispatch, we will see inside of supporting documents the before and after photos. We can also verify that the verbiage is up to our standards. If you care to enlarge the picture, we can click on it and be able to blow it up full screen. This looks good. Let's go back and click approve so our technician can close out and move on. Once we click approve, technician's device will refresh every 30 seconds. Let's take a look. From the serviceman's side, we will see that our work has been approved. If it was denied, we would have been able to see the message pop up as to why it was denied. For instance, take a couple more photos. This is our opportunity to create a quick bid, which if we find more repair opportunity, we can continue to stock the shelves by recording those repairs, whether we decide to present them right now or in the future. We're going to click review and be able to walk down, find our site contact, and check out. Here we can see the location of the leak, and if we click on the description, we're able to review from our phone or tablet the before photo, the description, and by clicking next, what we did to fix the issue. The technician will type in the name of whom he's checking out with. So John, using his finger, would sign John Stevens and hit done. You would then ask John, would you like a copy of these pictures? If John says yes, we ask for his email address and plug in johnstevens@district124.com. Comments are the body to that email. Here are those pictures you asked for. If we are not going to send an email, we'll click skip. If we are, we'll click email. Walking back to the service vehicle, we can now enter in our materials. We can also confirm our labor. So let's choose from our materials list, and we'll come down to the EPDM, and we'll select the materials that we used. Once we have our material and the quantity we used, we click add materials on the bottom right. If you make a mistake, we can subtract a material by hitting the minus sign. Let's go back now that all our materials are entered, and since we had a helper, let's go ahead and add the additional labor. What we recommend you do if the labor is identical to yours is you select the other service technician, Jim, and click add. You will note your exact time has been duplicated onto Jim's time. You can also manually key in hours by choosing the quantity indicating travel or labor and for whom. Let's go back and hit close dispatch. you will note the ticket is now in the resolved status.
Let's take a look at the invoice from the office.